Today I'm at a game convention where I want to see if I can buy every generation of Nintendo handhelds. From Game & Watch all the way up until... Which one?
The OLED.
The Nintendo Switch OLED. It's no secret that since the release of the Game Boy in 1989, Nintendo has reigned as the king of handheld gaming. In that time, they released 20 unique handheld iterations that make up multiple eras of handheld gaming. I'm excited not only to find each of these systems, but also to reminisce on the incredible history of Nintendo handheld gaming with all of you. I see one of the generations of handheld consoles. Now, the way we're doing this, like the new 3DS is its own thing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So there's regular 3DS, and then there's new 3DS.
Yes.
And those are kind of hard to find, and I have one right here in the box. It's the black Mario new 3DS. I remember when that came out on Black Friday for $100. My brother and I got one. He got the white one, I got the black one. Nintendo didn't originally release the new 3DS to the US. This meant US collectors couldn't get their hands on the new removable plates that the new 3DS offered. That was until a social media campaign changed Nintendo's mind. But they still only released a few console bundles, forcing collectors to buy imported plates from Japan. On the bright side, I feel a little less inclined to collect them all, but they are kind of cool. For cash on this guy, could you do like 300?
300. Just split the difference with 325.
I'll look at condition.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Open it, check it out.
Okay, well, I don't think I need to look
say no more.
How about 320?
Yeah.
Deal.
Deal.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Are these guys priced here?
Well, sorry, I know.
You got them in your head?
Yeah. These two are sealed. These have never been.
Oh, they're brand new.
If you're really interested in this one, like, I'd let it go at 800.
Okay.
So they're going for about 1,000. And I'd take 700 on this one.
Okay, it's reasonable. What about these two? So these are used, but good.
Yeah, so these ones are used. So this one I have it for 2, and then this one I have it for 350.
350 and 200. All right, so you got a new.
No, this one's open, so you can open
Yeah,
it.
well, I'm just saying, I know that's confusing,
Oh,
but
yeah, my bad.
that gets me every time. It's funny that we got tripped up by the new Nintendo 3DS XL name because it's truly one of the worst names in console history. In fact, I'm reminded of a Brother Dave story, and he's been filming. Brother Dave, this one hits home for you. Worst console name ever, new 3DS XL. Try explaining that to your parents.
I said, get me a new 3DS XL, and they bought me a new 3DS XL, not a new Nintendo 3DS XL.
It's a disaster. You wanted a new 3DS XL.
My parents did go out and get me a new one, which was like $60 or maybe $100 more at the time. I have no idea how much it was. I got a better system because of it. So thank you, Nintendo, I guess.
Shout out to your parents.
They would not have gotten the
trying their
actual
best.
new 3DS.
All right, so 2 generations of handhelds that we do not have yet.
This is the new 3DS XL.
Samus edition.
So the XL version.
Yeah.
And then that's just a regular 3DS XL. This is in pretty good shape.
I actually really like this design. The NES edition 3DS XL. Very cool. Honestly, that Samus one is one of my favorites of all time. Would you take 500 for the pair? Cash?
I think I'd stay firm on my prices right now.
You firm?
I'm firm right now.
I'll just take them then.
You want to take both?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
550. Did not expect to find these beauties so early in the morning. The Nintendo 3DS XL NES edition and the Samus edition. $200 and $350. Honestly, really great deals. This Samus one is like a grail piece for people.
Yeah, that is super cool, and we still have 17 more generations to find. How does that feel?
That's crazy.
And
I haven't seen a single Game & Watch yet.
How much money are we in right now? 800?
That's going to be $870, I think. It's going to be an expensive journey.
Oh no. Found some more handhelds, including
the best prices we've seen on these type of stuff.
Yeah. So believe it or not, this may be the OG Game Boy, but this is not the first generation. We need to find a Game & Watch.
It's insane.
Game & Watches were technically the first Nintendo handheld. I believe there's around 50 of them. I have no idea if there's any here and which one we'll find.
I haven't seen one.
Yeah, but there's quite a few generations right here.
Yeah, we got a Game Boy Advance. Not in the best condition. Game Boy Color, OG Game Boy. This is a Seafoam Green 2DS.
Yep. That's its own thing,
too. That's a unique one, yeah. The 2DS was Nintendo's budget model of the 3DS. It had no 3D function or hinges to break. It was truly the perfect option for little kids, and I remember it being $80 bundled with Mario Kart, which is a crazy deal. And if your kids don't use it, you could always use it as a door stopper.
I mean, look at this.
The Pokemon Game Boy Color. Can't deny that. It doesn't have the battery cover, which is a bummer, but still, that's...
For $70,
So that's pretty fair.
That's pretty fair.
55. Maybe we'll see if we can make a bundle play here. All right, if I bought all these, we got a little bundle deal on them.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
Chase. I know you do bundles.
Right on. Right on.
He knows the
I
strategy.
know the strategy. It's your channel.
Right on. Well, thank you.
Big fan.
Appreciate that. So you got 70 and 50. Could you do 100 right there?
110?
If I do 110, can you do 100 here? So 210 total. Yeah.
Fine.
You good with that?
Yeah, go with that.
Sweet.
Appreciate it, Chase.
Appreciate you. All right, so Ricardo just made a deal here. We got 210 bucks on these, so about 35 bucks off the whole stack. Seafoam green, Game Boy Color, we got 2 of them. Check it off the list. And then the OG clear Game Boy, play it loud. The Game Boy and Game Boy Color changed gaming forever. Though they weren't the first handhelds, they did perfect the handheld model, providing quality graphics, a lightweight system, and an incredible library of games like Pokemon, Tetris, and Mario.
So this is a very rare handheld. I've seen it twice at this convention. This is the cheapest one I've seen. The only other time we've seen one complete in box, somebody was asking like 800, and then like another person had one sealed and it was just unpriced. So I don't know if either of those are accurate or if this is a good deal, but this is one Chase doesn't have for the collection and is probably one of the most uncommon DS's.
Collecting handhelds has become one of my favorite things and is one of the top things that I look for at game conventions at this point. And going to conventions can take a toll on our bodies, especially when it comes to the things we eat. In fact, all of us on the crew try to be a little more health conscious this year, and we finally found something that piqued all of our interests, and that is Groons. Groons are a convenient, comprehensive formula packed into 8 gummies a day. This isn't a multivitamin, a greens gummy, or a probiotic. It's all of those things and then some at a fraction of the price. And bonus, it actually tastes good. 8 gummies are included with each daily snack pack because you can't fit the amount of nutrients that they do into just one gummy. Generic multivitamins only contain around 7 to 9 vitamins, but Groons has 20 plus vitamins and minerals and 60 plus whole food ingredients. Groons is more comprehensive and accurately dosed than your other nutrition solutions. It contains 100% of your daily needs for safe vitamins and 25% of your daily needs for certain minerals that are known to be potentially toxic at excessive levels over an extended period of exposure. We got both the low sugar and sugar-free gummies here at the barn and really enjoy them. But you can too by getting up to 45% off your order. Just click our link in the description. Yeah, go ahead and do it. So switch OLED and then regular switch. You got 180 on that one, 200 on that one. Can you do 170 and 180? Hit me at 350. 2 more handhelds. Regular switch, switch OLED. The Switch blew my mind when it came out. The ability to seamlessly switch from handheld to dock to play. It's super practical, but also amazingly functional to the point that keeps bringing me back to this system. And not to mention a game library that could rival any console, let alone just a handheld console. I wonder what they're gonna call the Switch 2. The new Switch.
So there are 20 generations of handheld, and at this point we have 8 of them. So we have the Game Boy Color, the 3DS XL, the 2DS, the new 3DS, the new 3DS XL, a Switch, and now a Switch OLED. And there is still so much more to go.
DS Lite. We do not have that. That's actually one of the most functional units because it plays GBA and DS, backwards compatible.
Can I take a look at the Game Boy Color?
Yeah, I just tested it.
We'll pick this up.
4 handhelds, 2 generations that we don't have yet, a Game Boy Advance, DS Lite. See if we can make a deal. So if I were to buy like all 4 of these, would you have a little bit of wiggle room?
Yeah, totally. 220?
Sure.
Yeah?
If I do 220, can you do like 35 on that?
100%, yes.
Okay, sweet. 255, yep.
Let's just say 250, we'll make it even.
Love it, thank you. Nintendo had quite the streak of backwards compatible handhelds, starting with the Game Boy Color, all the way up until the DS Lite. The Game Boy Advance is unique because it's the only handheld that is backwards compatible with 2 handhelds, the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. The DS Lite seems like it would be compatible with the Game Boy and Color games, but sadly can only play GBA games. Still pretty awesome. The Micro, that's price charting. Any chance you could do like 150 on it? Gonna eat the fees. And then I would do the 80 on that if you do the 150 on that.
I could do 160.
So 160 plus 80 is 240 plus 10, 250. All right,
All right, for sure.
I'll
man.
do that. Thank you.
bro. Heck
Thank
yeah,
you.
Enjoy.
Right on. Surprised it took this long, but we got a Game Boy SP finally. 80 bucks, it's in good shape, solid deal. And this one I did not expect to get at all, but a Game Boy Micro. Now I remember when these were on clearance at Toys R Us, for 20 bucks. The SP and the Micro, which brought the most needed feature of every Game Boy, lighting. The graphics of GBA games were actually pretty colorful and pretty nice, but the only way you could admire it fully was under third-party light accessories. The Nyko Wormlight was okay, but it still really didn't give you the full experience. So it was a night and day difference when the SP came out, giving the US its first backlit Game Boy, and still to this day being my favorite handheld of all time. 2DS XL and OG 3DS, two that we do not have yet. Question. If I were to buy the 3DS and the 2DS XL, do you have a little bit of wiggle room on them?
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me what you're thinking.
265?
245?
Or like 250. Yeah.
250.
Sure.
Appreciate it, man. All right, we sealed the deal for two more generations, the 2DS XL and the OG 3DS. It was $250 for the pair, so a solid deal. It's actually crazy how many different like 3DSs and DSs there are. Two more down though. Almost the first handheld flop, the 3DS had a price cut of $80 and an influx of some incredible games to eventually save the system, paving the way for the final iteration of the 3DS, the new 2DS XL. The only difference from the new 3DS XL were the lack of 3D features and a cheaper price point, mainly because of the lack of 3D. DSi XL, the first iteration of our challenge for this one. Paid about 65 bucks for it. OG DS we have not gotten yet, but
Yeah, we haven't gotten DSi either.
Oh, you're right.
That's a cool piece.
We were hoping for the basic model, but that's even better, the download station model.
How much did you have on it? Oh yeah?
All right, we'll see you later. Sadly, we weren't able to make a deal to check off the original DS, but it's hard to feel sad being able to check off 15 of the 20 handhelds in the first day. It's day 2, we're getting closer on the handhelds we just reviewed, and we only have like 5 or 6 generations left to go.
Something like that. So I feel pretty good, and I think the deals are going to be happening today. So I really hope we can complete our list. I haven't seen a single Game & Watch though.
Nor have I, but we have not seen everything.
All right.
Let's go.
Can I look at this red DS? This is on the list. And then can I also look at that silver one as well? Thank you. Oh, it's bedazzled. Let's go. This one's got a pretty big scratch right there. I don't think that'll buff out. Are there any other OG?
Got a Game Boy Pocket, which we haven't gotten yet. But
There's also a Game Boy Pocket. The screen on this one's better, but it is also the Mario Bedazzle edition. I don't think that will peel off.
I think we better hold off.
Okay.
We better hold off.
All right.
Then we spotted a Switch Lite, the true handheld version of the Switch that improved the battery life, had attached Joy-Cons, and was $100 cheaper. Can you do 100?
110. It comes with an OEM charger.
Okay.
100 with no charger.
All right, 100 with no charger.
All right, that's good.
All right.
Cool, man. Cool.
All right, Switch Lite, $100 even. No charger, but
Can't go wrong there.
Neo Geo.
Pocket Color. Now, do you think this one came out in 1994 or 1998
this
as
one
well?
I'm gonna say 1995.
1995?
99.
90, SNK 99, really? Well,
Interesting.
it was probably a competitor to the Game Boy Color.
Most likely. But we do have a DSi complete in the box. We're 100, which we don't have a DSi yet, I don't think. It was the first Nintendo handheld to have full access to the internet, downloadable content, a camera, and a menu overhaul kind of like the Wii's. Question for you. You guys got any room on this?
Maybe 90. We go ask him double check.
Okay. Asking if they have room on the white DSi. He's checking on it.
Oh, what are you guys thinking?
I was gonna offer like 75.
I think we paid a certain amount of, like, we might have paid around 60 ourselves.
Okay.
So at the very least, are you guys doing cash?
I can do cash if it helps.
Cash. Okay. At the very least, we at least do 90. That would be like our bottom. The problem is this would do very, very well at our shop at home.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Can you do 80 cash?
We can do 85.
All right, we'll do 85.
Okay.
Another one down.
Another one down and another one down. We're not going to find this first generation one, are we?
I still have not seen a Game & Watch.
I haven't seen a single one.
They're so rare.
There's a couple handhelds here. We don't have an OG DS still.
Yeah.
But Chase, there's a Wonder Swan.
Dang, that's a weird one.
Just weird handhelds
Wonder
everywhere.
Swan color. Bandai ripoff.
Yeah, what the heck? Hey, when did that come out? Do you have any idea?
1994. No, 1998.
1998.
That's my guess. I don't know, but
He says with confidence. That's cool though.
I just spotted a Game & Watch. and it is legit vintage.
So this Zelda Game & Watch was the last multi-screen Game & Watch that they made. It came out in August of 1989.
Dude, that is stinking legit. It's the first iteration of handheld gaming, pretty much.
And that is in really good shape. So also, you're going for every single Nintendo handheld and eventually every Game & Watch.
Yeah, I do not have that.
That is a cool one. All right.
What's up, man? Good. Can we look at that Zelda Game & Watch? Thank you.
Can you tell where the DS came from?
I can. It doesn't look corroded or anything. It does have the battery cover, which is good.
That's hard to find just by itself.
So we're trying to get every handheld generation ever made. It's the first one we've seen of the Game & Watch.
I think this is the only Game & Watch we've seen.
Today here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's like unheard of.
Right? Right? So yeah, you tell me what you can do, and I'll see if I can make it work.
I don't know, like 160 or something. That's fine.
I was gonna throw out 140.
Halfway? 150?
If I do 150 here, can you do 30 on Pokemon Pearl?
Sure.
180.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I was beginning to lose hope on finding the Game & Watch. Extremely rare, apparently. I mean, so many games, handhelds around here. This is the first one that we've seen. It's actually in beautiful condition. I'm super, super excited about it. It's one I needed for the collection. That is a great, great score.
That's a win.
With another one checked off, we only need 2 more generations to complete our challenge. But we are running out of time at the convention, so I went right to a booth that I know has a Game Boy Pocket. Can you do 50 on that one?
65.
I'd do 60. 60 cash?
65. Well, like, 60, whatever, why not?
You think, all right. All right, there we go. It's one of the last ones we needed. Game Boy Pocket. We still have one more to go with the OG DS. 60 bucks. As the first handheld iteration of the OG Game Boy, the Pocket took 2 AAA batteries instead of the 4 AA required by the Game Boy, giving the Pocket 10 hours of battery life, which came in handy for me because the Game Boy Pocket was my first handheld gaming experience. Mario Land 1 was my first game on handheld. Absolutely loved it. On a trip to Tennessee, about 10-ish hours, I had a Game Boy Pocket with 2 AAA batteries and played the snot out of Mario Land. It's one of my favorite gaming memories. My brother got one too. Such a good time with this thing. We literally have one last handheld. I know where one is, an original DS. It's a little overpriced. I've been trying to get them all for like market price or better, but might just have to pull the trigger and pay up a little bit or see if they'll come down. It's about the end of the show, so we'll see what happens. There it is.
It's in not great shape.
Yeah. It has seen better days.
We'll keep looking.
Keep looking.
We're on the hunt for like a original Nintendo DS.
Yeah, I think this sold yesterday. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
Through booth after booth, we found nothing. But then I remembered seeing an original DS that I passed on earlier, so I headed right back to see if it was still there. Can I look at the original DS, the Platinum? It's the bedazzled DS. I looked at it earlier and I wasn't sure, but what's your price on it?
I think that one is 65.
65. How low can you go with the bedazzling?
55?
If you did 40, I would take it, and I'll do cash. I'll do 45. I'll do 45 cash.
Really not.
You do it?
All
right.
All of them.
Yes. Completed. It happened. 45 bucks. Mario staring us down into our souls. He's proud. We completed the challenge. I didn't think we would do it, man. The DS was the second highest selling console of all time at 154 million units sold. It was Nintendo's first handheld to allow for online gaming and paved the way for very unique and fun ways to play games with the dual screen and touchpad. Just another foundational piece of Nintendo's long history of handheld greatness. Some people may call it horrifyingly hideous. I call it beautiful. It actually blows my mind that we accomplished this mission 20 for 20 on handhelds, some of which are going in my collection. The OG Zelda Game & Watch, this beautiful new 3DS XL, the Samus edition. Love this design. And guys, I am trying to collect every single iteration every special edition, everything of US handheld releases. You can see behind me, I've got to start, and it's coming along, but there's still so many to go, especially in the Game & Watch arena. But so many special editions, so many box variants, and all sorts of things that I'm missing. So the handheld hunt continues for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this journey down memory lane. It was a fun one for us to make. So thank you guys for watching. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed it. It took a lot of work. We appreciate you watching. Bart'll do. Thanks again to Groons. Check out our link down below for 45% off your order.